and the person do community name Bidemah lawyer, my very good friend, my lawyer indeed. Lawyer Raymond Bidemah line so no Endi and common Raymond. I hardly use the name Raymond, so I've always heading the name Raymond, but now Raymond Bidemah, that's my name, is on the line. Lawyer, now no ending common. Lawyer, my chain Bibia Boko there. Nice. Kakra. Yeda Radias say Bibia Esekwe. As well as you say, we train a papa.
I'm learning small. You are teaching me. You are doing a very good job.
But they also just so say my chin Bibia Boko na mun say train a bank kakra.
By your it is coming small. I know we shall get there.
Definitely. Now let's hit the ground running. Yesterday, Dr. Dominic Ayene came out on the accountability series to also tell us exactly what is really happening or has transpired within the space of 7 to 6 months of the regime or probably his ministry. One of the biggest issues has to do with Dr. Duffuor's issue. Would you be okay when you heard him say that, listen, I am cutting off the case and then I'm coming up with a proper measure to see that, listen, Duffuor and 7 others will have to now start paying, but I am cutting off the case entirely. Are you okay with that? Minority is not okay with that.
Okay. A very good morning to you too again, and then also to your cherished listeners. It's always a great pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you.
I must say that we make laws for the people. Laws are made for the people, and for every law that is made, it is made to serve a particular purpose. Now, we need to appreciate what is the purpose of the plea bargaining law that has been made. You know, if you look at the history, you realize that over the period, when people are alleged to have misappropriated funds, they take them to court, and after prosecution, they are sent to prison. Now, when they go to the prisons, they are also taken care of by the state. Now, the state has lost money. They are taking the people who have caused that financial loss to the state to Insawam or any other prison, and they are going to use again state money in taking care of those people. Now, it will be better for the state to recover the money instead of putting those people behind the bars. Sometimes after they have gone to serve the prison terms, they come back to enjoy the money. So if there is any law that will help the state to recover the money, I think that law should be made. And that is the purpose of the plea bargaining law that has been made. So that people who have misappropriated funds or people who have caused financial loss to the state, if they have the capacity to pay, they should rather be taken to court to be paid or to pay the money that they have misappropriated. Is the essence of the plea bargaining law. And so what the the Attorney General did is to take advantage of the law in order for us to recover the money that have been misappropriated by the people who are arraigned before court. Now, for me, as a lawyer, what I can say is that the purpose for which the law was made is to be able to recover money. So if Attorney General, in his wisdom, he feels that instead of taking these people to court for prosecution and after prosecution they are sent to jail, these people are capable of paying the money. So let me use the law that is made available for me to be able to recover the money for the state. Then that is better for me than to send these people to jail like we normally do, and then we still use the state funds in taking care of those people. So it is better for the state to be able to recover the money back. You know, we go to IMF and other foreign agencies for money. Sometimes if you look at the money that we go for, it is something very little. If we are able to recover all these monies, we may not be able to go back there. Look at the Insawam Road. Look at that Amasamai Road. You know, those roads, some monies that are being misappropriated by these personnel. If we are able to recover, we could even use those monies to make those roads, which will be in the interest of the state. So we need, as a society, even as the society is evolving, we need to be rethinking about our punishment regime, so that we look at it and see, is it just okay for people to be punished, so that anybody who comes to those positions, so that after all, if I misappropriate the money, after I am taken to court, I may be serving certain terms of prison terms, and after that I come back to enjoy my funds. Let us find a means of taking the money from the people, so we could be used. Those monies could be used for the benefit of the state and for the generality of the populace. And I think that should be better, instead of taking those people to prison and they come back to enjoy their money. And so for me, I think that we should rather be encouraging the Attorney General to be able to recover most of these monies for the benefit of the populace.
Lawyer, there's this issue that in as much as Attorney General AG is saying or describing the settlement and withdrawal as tactical and pragmatic, people also feel that politically, if we do continue with the fact that we're going to use the plea bargaining law, what happens? Then it means that every term of office, whether 8 years, 4-year term or whatever, people take a decision to do loot, and then they use part to do what they want to do. Then when they are caught, then we come in with a plea bargaining law to say, listen, we don't want to jail you people. We want you to pay back the money with all the things that you've done. Listen, you have to bring us back the money and all that. And then they come up paying back, even if they have done business with it or private business with it and all that. Are we not kind of encouraging these politicians who know very well that some of these things that they do, I am not saying Dr. Duffuor has done anything wrong with the money. I'm not saying that, but I mean, giving a general appreciation to the fact that using the plea bargaining law, are we not arming these politicians to do what they want to do?
Because, if you look at the charges that have been taken against the accused persons, there is none of them that is charged with stealing. So it is not that they have stolen the money. The charges are that they have caused financial loss to the state. So if someone who has been alleged to have caused financial loss to the state feels that, okay, if you think that I have caused financial loss to the state, let me pay the losses that the state has incurred. It is not that the persons, you see, there is difference between where the people are alleged of stealing and where they are alleged of having caused financial loss to the state. There are two things. If the persons are alleged for stealing, it is a different case from where they are reported to have caused financial loss to the state. Now, if their actions and inactions are the result of the financial loss to the state, and they are in the position to make good their inactions, I think it is better. But if the alleged to have stolen, and the AG is coming to say that I am leaving them off the hook, then that one there is a problem. Because you get the point I'm making.
Yes.
It's not that the people have stolen the money, or they have used it for their businesses, like you alleged, that a politician may come and they want to use the money for their own thing, and if they are arrested, they will use the plea bargaining theory to pay. It is not that. These people are only alleged to have caused financial loss to the state by their actions and inactions. So if they think that they are in the position to make good their action that has caused financial loss to the state, because you don't think that it is a good thing to be done? Instead of taking these people to court, after prosecution, they are in prison. And after certain term of jail term, then they come back to the society again. If the people are capable of making good their wrong, let them do the good their wrong and then come back to the society. But if the people are alleged to have stolen, then in that case, then they should actually be made to suffer the penalty for stealing.
When you hear Attorney General with regards to or respect to Dr. Duffuor's case, where he says that, listen, asset recovery will be the best solution rather than dragging the trial in courts, because since 2019, if I recall, was when the case was
sent to court,
and it's been 4 years. So it means that it's the Attorney General on the right path by saying that, listen, asset recovery will be the best thing to recover the last almost about 430 or so million Ghana cedi that is left, so that then we can proceed from there. But minority feels that we need to still go through the process in terms of dragging it in court. And do you share the same view? Because they feel what the Attorney General has done is not good, especially when they know very well and they've established that the Attorney General himself was once a lawyer for Dr. Duffuor in a case of the Republic versus Dr. Duffuor and 7 others.
Yeah, the truth is that the minority have their opinion and they have expressed it, that it's actually their right to express their opinion as to how they feel about the matter. But let's not forget that this matter started when they were in government. It started when they were in government. If it was just easy like they are saying, then they would have done it long ago, right? Over the period, they have been in court with Dr. Duffuor and the 7 others, and nothing has come out of it. So if we have another Attorney General who feels that, look, instead of being in court for this litigation and we are not seeing the head and tail of it, let us go for the money which the people are capable of paying. For me, I think it is a good thing. We should encourage such a thing instead of continuing to be in court, for which we don't even know the head and tail of it. We don't even know when it will end. If under the circumstance we can just go to court and we are able to recover some of the amount of money that these people have, or of course they state to lose, I think for me we should rather encourage them to do so.
Somebody is asking, what is the difference between a case where we find Atuesian, First Capital Bank, okay, in court, in probably jailed, and then Dr. Kwabena Duffuor's case?
Well, the cases are almost the same, because in all it is about causing financial loss to the state. The only difference is that now we have a law which the Attorney General wants to take advantage of, which is also within the remit of the Constitution. Right? It is, punishment is there for people who have committed crimes against the state. Those people are to be punished. But aside that punishment regime, we also have the law which is known as the plea bargaining law. And the purpose of it is to be able to recover certain amount of money that has been misappropriated by officials back for the state. So in the wisdom of the age, he feels that, okay, let us take advantage of the law to be able to recover some of the money for the state. Why don't we encourage him to do so? For me, I don't think there is anything wrong with it. And mind you, you see, laws are not made to take retrospective effect. Laws are not made to take effect from the past. They are to be made to take prospective effect, to be seen happening in the future, not in the past. So if Atuesian, at the time, they could not take advantage of the plea bargaining law, they cannot seek to go back to take advantage of it. It has happened and it is past and gone.
But I thought he did. I recall, if my memory serves me right, that he wanted to even sell some of his assets. I mean, to really, get to defray the cost. I mean, it was. So that even brings me back to this question. I mean, it might be a street question, but indeed, people will want to understand. So, which law or what law was former Attorney General Dami was using as against what current Attorney General is using? What was the difference?
That's what I was saying, that, the criminal justice system, we have the Act 29, which deals with those matters. That is the general criminal jurisprudence, where a person is alleged to have committed a crime. The only thing is for the person to go for punishment. Now, aside that law, there has been another law which the state has made, which seeks to recover the money that had been taken away or that had been misappropriated, and that is the plea bargaining law. So it is discretionary for the Attorney General to use which of these laws against accused persons. So that is why I'm telling you that if in the past we could not take advantage of this law where we could recover monies that have been misappropriated, like in the Atuation case. I don't know why we could not have taken advantage of the plea bargaining law in order for the state to be able to get back the money that has been misappropriated. And so if today we have a new Attorney General who want to take advantage of that law in order for the state to be able to recover the money, we should be encouraging that Attorney General instead of going ahead to say that he's not doing well, he's only doing the bid of NDC loyalists. That is what my point. Today we have an Attorney General who want to take advantage of the plea bargaining law in order for the state to be able to recover the monies that have been looted or that has been misappropriated. Same discretion could have been used by the former Attorney General in order for us to recover all the money by the Atuation. Now Atuation is in prison. Atuation has properties he could have sold in order to what? Pay back to the state. So this man can go his way, do his business and other things. You see, punishment is only in our part of the world that we feel that punishment is for somebody to be given some pain or by pain. Punishment could also mean that somebody is prevented from enjoying something. That is also punishment. So if you go to other jurisdictions, punishment could mean that they take you to an island, you have everything, but you do not have your freedom to move about. It is a form of punishment. You are denied of your liberty of moving about. It is also punishment. So punishment could also mean that somebody who has his mansion, the mansion is taken away from that person. So instead of enjoying the fruit of your excuse my language, your criminal act, you are deprived of that, and it is a form of punishment. That could also serve as deterrent to others that, look, if I used state money wrongly to acquire certain properties, in event that I am taken to court, those properties could be confiscated. And so it is a way of deterring people from going ahead to committing those kind of crimes. We need to see punishment in a holistic manner instead of just about inflicting of what pains on the accused or the convicted person. We have gone beyond that stage where we say that if somebody has removed your eye, the punishment is that that person's eye should also be removed. And I think even Parliament has taken positive steps to make a law where even if somebody commits a murder, the punishment should not also for that person to be murdered.
No, let me ask this. Now, the ranking member on the Constitution and Legal Affairs Committee, Mr. or Honorable Kwame Enyimedu Enchi, and the minority are now giving specifics, and I want us to go into that. Okay. Would it be a bad call to say the Select Committee on Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs to call the Attorney General on this one, to the fact that he, Attorney General, was a lawyer to Dr. Duffuor in the case of the Republic versus Kwabena Duffuor, and now the same Attorney General comes back to say, let's say, the man has paid over 60% of the debt, so the rest will be done through asset recovery. Are they on the right course to call on the Select Committee on Constitutional and Legal and Parliamentary Affairs to see to this?
You know, the legal profession, we have certain ethics. We have ethical issues where there is conflict of interest. So the first thing, or the first line as a lawyer you need to cross if a matter is brought to you is to have your conflict of interest checked to see whether or not you are conflicted in any way. And when we say conflict of interest, it could be in any form. Are you having any relational having any relation with the accused person or your client who is coming to you? Do you have any proprietary interest in the matter? Do you have anything? So you have to check that first and foremost, to check and see if there is any conflict. Now, where there is no conflict, you can go ahead to represent the client. But if there is a conflict and you go ahead to represent the client, then the best place to go is to go to the General Legal Counsel to report to the lawyer who is conflicted but has gone ahead to do the case. So for me, I will rather that if the minority feels that there is a conflict of interest matter arising from the matter, then the best place to go is Ghana General Legal Council, and not to, they have to go there.
They added that, and then to say that they see potential breaches of legal ethics and professional misconduct by the AG.
Yes. So under that circumstance, the best place for them to go is to go to General Legal Council, because General Legal Council is the body that is mandated in checking all the misconduct of lawyers, judges, and all those kind of stuff. So under that circumstance, they can go there and then check.
No, we'll end it here, and then that's it. Say only Eddie and Komo. Then she is good now. Lawyer, thank you so much. Lawyer Raymond. Bidemah and no AD and common FA their cost when it comes to Dr. Duffuor and I feel so accountability series now. Dr. Dominic Honorable Ayene Ede Etu Jano